Alright, so tonight, before it gets too dark, I just wanted to let you guys know what we did, and is a tip that we actually got from an accident that happened to us last year into the early part of this year. And so we're going to kind of do the trick on purpose this year. So that trick was, we had accidental potatoes grow in our garden earlier this year from ones that we did not dig up last year. And I have a video on my channel you can go back to see, saying that when we were planting our garden, we did all this stuff and we're on that side, and then like a couple weeks later, when everything has been growing, we saw potatoes growing over here, and we did not plant those, and we thought that was so crazy. And it was because we left them in the ground, of course. So this year we had a great idea, because we were digging up our potatoes from this year, and some of them are not good potatoes, right? Like they're little, or they have a bite in them, or whatever reason, they're not perfect ones that you would want to keep through the winter. So we're using them as our seed potatoes. And so what we did is, we did what our accident was last year. We planted them back into the ground, which they will be fine in the dirt through winter, of course. They're just like onions or garlic. You can plant them in the fall and they will be fine until next year. So same thing. Last fall, we did the same thing in our orchard with onions and garlic, which we have a video of that too. We planted onions and garlic in the fall, and then you'll see them in my videos. We planted them, and then through the winter they were fine, and then in the beginning of this spring, they grew, of course, right? So, same thing, what our idea was for these potatoes. So over here is where we planted those seed potatoes, and we also actually had some more garlic that somebody gave us, so we planted that as well. And we're going to it's going to be the same thing that happened last year, but it's going to be more organized this year because we know where we planted it and it wasn't by accident like it was last year. So if that happens to you, that you have potatoes that weren't good, or that, you know, were too little to do anything with, just plant them in the dirt in the fall, cover them up, and then wait, and then they will come back next year in the spring. So just remember that, and because tonight is actually October 15th and it's going to be our first frost. So we had to get them in the ground before it frosted, because of course you don't want potatoes to get frosted. So it wouldn't really have worked unless they had been under the ground, under the dirt again. So, and then just a quick verse of encouragement. You want to say it?
Yeah. No, you.
Okay. So, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, for whoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. And of course, we all know that God's only begotten Son is
Jesus.
Jesus. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye.